Hi, this is Bo with Focused Engagement. So I enjoyed making the last video on Sharpspring marketing automation so much, which is something I never thought I'd ever hear myself say, that I decided to jump right in and start more videos in that series. So if you see the same shirt, same scruff, honestly, I shower and I change my clothes. I'm just making a lot of videos in one day. So here we go. So this next video I want to do is on chatbots. Chatbots to me are a very exciting feature because it appeals to the tech nerd in me. I did 20 years in information technology before I started my marketing agency, and so technology is still a very exciting part of this job to me. So I think that's why this is exciting to me. I nerd out a little bit, but Sharpspring has done a really good job of making this easy for anybody. So now one of the great features that they've integrated in this is the ability to have multiple bots depending on the scenario. So rather somebody is a first-time visitor, a returning visitor, if they're a customer, it doesn't matter. You can hyper-focus your bot around, excuse me, I got an itch there. You can hyper-focus your bot around their needs, so that something that I talked a lot about in the previous video is the ability to when you hyper-focus your content, you're more engaging to your lead or even your customer, and they are more likely to engage back with you and do business with you. Okay, so right now I have 3 bots on my website. We have our main bot that is just the audience is everyone, and this is just their first time visitor. This is the first bot they're going to see. Okay, I made another one for my known leads. So let's just really quick dive into each of these. So let's go to edit workflow. Actually, no, I don't want to edit the workflow. Let's go back. And let's look at the settings. Okay, so here you can control certain features of the bot, what pages it shows on, if you want it to show on just one specific page, or if you want to make sure it's excluded from a page. Okay, your audience, this one, like I said, is just everyone who visits your site. So if they don't fit one of these other criteria, it will by default show them this bot. So you do have some control over colors, over the avatar here, where you have the placement of the bot itself, your colors, and even a few interaction features down here. Okay, so you can contrast that bot to the settings of this one that is still, or it's no longer everyone, it's returning visitors. Okay, so this is known leads. So it's not somebody that went to your website and did nothing and then went back to your website. Okay, these are known leads. So in other words, they somehow have already interacted with you, filling out a form or something, so that we are tracking their information. If you saw my previous video on marketing automation, you saw in contacts where we can track the lifetime, the life of the lead, and the different things that they have done on our site, forms they filled out, emails they've opened, things like that. So they have to somehow interact. Okay, it doesn't just track everybody automatically. So that's just general leads. If you have leads in your pipeline, you can show them very specific bot, or if you have a customer, you can show them a very specific bot. Or if you have a specific field that you want. So if you created a custom field and you want a bot to show to everybody that has that field, so if we wanted to say that they became a lead from a chatbot, is either true or false. So if they became a lead from a chatbot as true, then we can make it so that this bot is only shown to them. Again, this gives us the opportunity to truly hyper-focus and hyper-personalize our message to them, because we know they're a lead from this chat bot, right? So we know what we want to talk about in the bot. The questions that we want to ask are specific to this lead. Okay, so doesn't matter what it is. So what type of demo would you like? So if you filled out that form and you said you wanted the recorded demo, then I can talk specifically about, hey, how did you like that demo? Did you have a chance to watch it yet? Okay, so I can really focus my conversation, my bot's conversation, specifically to the end user, rather they're a lead, a new visitor, or a customer. So, or depending on the page they're on. All right, so really, really powerful tool doing it that way. So you can see this one I created specifically for, oh, not that one. This one I created very specifically for my marketing automation landing page. Okay, so the only way you would see this particular bot is if you were on my marketing automation landing page. Now, if you went to the landing page and you were so here you can see I went to the landing page after I already had I'm obviously a lead in Sharpspring. I've done thousands of things in it, so it's tracking me. So I have it here, so it has. I'll show you the bot when we build it. I'll show you how to build it. But you can see it says, well, hi Bo. Okay, it's already, I'm throwing in variables to say, hey, this is me. I'm personalizing it. Okay, if I'm incognito and so it doesn't know who I am, that same landing page is going to give this other default bot. Okay, so there's a hierarchy here to it. So this is just my generic one as well, since I'm incognito, and on the home page it's just going to serve up my generic main bot that shows to everybody if there's not another condition that they meet. Okay, so really powerful doing it that way. So let's edit this workflow. So again, this is the one that's designed for my marketing automation page. So the only people that are going to see it is if they are on this page. Okay, so I'm putting the content specifically to them. So my welcome message, I can change this. Hi there, welcome to our site. I can say, hi there. Are you interested in learning more about marketing automation? Question mark. All right, so, right. I may be a tech nerd, but they've made this easy enough. It's pretty much what we'd call a WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. Okay, so let's just go back and let's, for fun, create a new bot that will be for local SEO bot. So so this is going to show on a specific, it's going to be /services/local-SEO-services, I believe is a page. We'll see if I got it wrong. Okay, so next, and this is going to be for everyone. This is our high-end one, and we'll just keep it focus bot. I like my colors. We're just going to keep the colors the same. So All right, it's going to go into our builder. Now it's going to start with kind of a generic platform, okay? And we're going to keep a lot of this. You can ask a question and you have to have at least 2 responses to your question. So let's just keep this the way it is, but let's go. I have a question about price. And let's say, sounds great. I am just a bot. Let's give it a little personality. Let's do that. This is really a question for a live person. Let me transfer you over. Okay, so I'm going to kind of break a rule. It's not a hard and fast rule. There's really no hard and fast rules here. We can collect information, and ultimately we want to collect information. We want the whole purpose of this is to help people, sure, but to also collect their information so they become a lead, so we can nurture that lead, so they can become a customer, right? We want to be able to help them solve their problems, and the only way we can really help them solve their problems is if they become our customer. So we want to ask them questions. Now the question, the challenge has always been, when do you ask for that information? Now think of how you've interacted with bots in the past. If all it is, hey, give me your information, and that's all they want, you're not likely to do that, right? Because you know, the second you put in that information, you're going to get a phone call, you're going to get an email, whatever. And that's perfectly fine, because that's the whole purpose of this. But we have to be able to provide some sort of value to gather that information. If we're not providing value before we ask for their information, they're less likely to give you that information. If we're providing value, so if we say, hey, we're gonna provide you X value, whatever the value is, but before we can I get your information, they're much more likely to give you that information. So question about pricing, is that value enough to get their information? I don't know. We're going to do it anyway. So this is really, let me transfer you over. So then I'm going to say chatbot response, custom. Before I do, can I get a little information? I'm going to ask, because I'm not, if I say can I get, then I really should say yes or no, and I'm not going to do that. I would like to gather a little information in case we get disconnected. All right. So now that we have that done, we will, let's see, let's make sure we're doing, nope, see, I would have put that above. So let's go here and let's go collect lead information. We're going to gather very little. First name, company, email. That's it. The more value you are providing, the more information you can gather. So typically speaking, this is the only information you can ask when your value is very, very minimal. If you are, say, giving away a car, all of a sudden now obviously your value is through the roof. You can probably get how much money they make a year, right? You can gather all sorts of information. What's the name of their kids? So they're gonna provide that to you for the to get that car, right? That's obviously not giving away very many cars. But the more valuable the offering that you're giving them, the more information you can ask them to receive. Okay, so I have a form that we use a lot for mattress stores, and we gather quite a lot of information, because at the end of it, what we're doing is we're giving them mattresses that will work for their situation. So we're finding out what kind of what position they sleep in, if they have any back pain, neck pain, side pain, if they wake up with pain, so they have sleep apnea. We ask a lot of information, but it helps us to be able to show them the mattress that works best for them, so they're willing to give us that information. Now, we've captured all that information, and we have a slew of stuff that we can use to market to them, to hyper-personalize our messages to them, right? So now, in that particular scenario, if they're a side sleeper and they have sleep apnea, and we know that their budget's around $1,000, okay? We're not going to send them information about mattresses that are for back sleepers that cost $5,000, and you know, the sleep apnea, actually the best thing for us on questions like that is, do we recommend an adjustable base or not? So if they have sleep apnea, we can talk about adjustable bases and how that can help with the sleep apnea. Same with a lot of pain. You know, if you could put your body into a zero-G situation, which means that your legs and your head are both elevated, then we can eliminate a lot of pain. And I know more about mattresses than I ever thought I would, because I do a lot of marketing for mattress stores. But my point is that by gathering this information, we can help solve their problem better. They're willing to give us all this information because they want their problem solved, and now we can market to them very specific things to help them solve that problem, and they're more likely to resonate with that information, to engage with that information, because we are solving their problem. That's the whole purpose of what we're doing here, even in our bot. Okay, so we're asking for the information. We can track to see how much, how often this is filled out, so we can know, are we asking for too much information too soon? You know, maybe we should only ask for their name, but we're doing this now. We're going to see what happens. So since we're going to send them to a live person, the last thing we're going to do once we gather that, we're going to click here, and we're going to route to live chat. Okay, so hashtag focus chat. This is just a generic message. You've got to have some sort of message. Right now, we're just going to keep that there. Okay, boom. We have a chat bot here. So obviously, we can go in. We can make all sorts of changes here. I'd like to learn more. So okay, and we can. Here's the actions that we can do. So we can obviously ask another question. If we ask a question, we have to have at least 2 outputs for that question. So this is, I want to learn more. So we can say, okay, ask a question. What information specifically what information can I provide? Maybe we can say, what is local SEO, and will local SEO help my business, right? I'm not going to make this one live. This is just an example. I'll have to go in and really think about what we want to put here before we do it. It doesn't hurt if you're really a geek like me, it doesn't hurt to workflow this out before you build it, so that you understand what you're going to do. But I just want to show you some of the options. Now, since I asked 2 questions, it created 2 different directions here. So we can say, even here, let's say, just for fun, let's say, let's add a response. You know what? Let's just change this response. Okay. Let's just do this. This is a good way to ask for a little bit of information. Okay. Let's uncheck the okay. All right, sounds good. Do you mind? Can I get your So I don't like asking canned questions. I would. Do you mind if I call you by your first name? Probably a better way to word that, but we're going to keep it that way for now. Let's say okay. All right, so do you mind if I ask you for your first name? Now we're going to come in here. We're going to collect just their name. Now we're at least gathering something. Okay, so this is a way to start getting a little bit of information, but not being overpowering. We can always ask for more information later. So now we could say, thank you. First name. Here's our variable. Period. What information can I provide? Okay, so we're throwing in variables. We're starting to personalize it a little bit. So let's just look real quick what our other options are. So again, depending on what you're doing, we can route to live chat. We can send an email. We can schedule meetings. Okay, we could send if we have media. So in fact, what I may do is I will probably build a bot that will trigger this video. So if somebody wants to know more about chatbots, I'll tell them, all right, here, I can send this video to you, and you can learn more about how you can integrate chatbots into your website. That's a fantastic idea. I'm glad I thought of it. I am definitely doing that. So, it does that from time to time. Let's go back. Focused engagement are inactive ones. So fortunately, it always saves it. So we didn't lose anything. Let's hit preview. I'm not sure if I got the page right. So it may or may not pop up. Oh, I did. Cool. All right. So that's going to take a second to load in preview mode. So while that is happening, let's just talk about live chat for a little bit. So you can turn live chat on to whoever you want in your settings, and they could be available. They could turn available on or off right here, depend on if how busy they are. So you can see right here, we can go into our chat bots and we can turn live chat on or off. Okay, so it integrates Slack as the channel to take care of live channels. So if we are here, and all right, so hi there, welcome to our site. What can I help you with? I have a question about pricing. We know that this one's going to kick over to a live person. So what just happened there was a great example. Since I am obviously a lead, it did not ask me for more information. Okay, there's just no purpose to ask me for information that we already know, so it bypassed that. So the way I asked that question, I would want to change because there was no reason. In fact, I probably want to create this bot different for somebody that is a lead versus a one-time visitor, a first-time visitor. So that was a very good point that I actually just learned. Every bot that you create, maybe you should have two versions, one for a generic, one for somebody that is not a lead versus one that somebody is a lead. Okay, so now since we are in preview mode, I don't know if it's going to kick that off. So it doesn't look like it did. So let me pull up this and see if we can't say I want to talk to a representative. Okay, so I'm in incognito mode. I'm just asking for the first name. My dad's name, we're going to go with that for a change. So George. Okay, so now it's connecting to a live agent, and we have chat is now highlighted because George is waiting to join a live chat. So I can join live chat right here. Okay, now we have our chat sessions here. So I can come in and, hey George, what can I do for you today? Now, we can come over here and we can see, curious about the weight of the average speed, velocity of an unladen, I think that's the word, unladen swallow. So we can see the chat going on here. If somebody else needs to join, anybody that is in your channel can see these here, and they can jump in and they can either view it, or they can jump in and actually participate in it. So that's important to know, so that if if I'm training somebody, I can watch their chat so I can see what they're saying. But B, if there's a question that is better suited for somebody else, you can get them on the line and literally transfer that chat over to them, so that somebody else is answering the question and nothing was lost. Okay, so what do you mean? African or European? Alright, so our chat continues. So if I close out, I can close out at any time, and since I closed it out, it says I left the conversation, and I can archive this if I want. So ARCHIVE, and I just archived that chat channel. Okay, so since I did that incognito, it will not have captured it. So let me go. Let me do this over here real quick. We're going to go to contacts, and I'm going to pull up my contact information. There I am. And I can pull this back over here now. And in the life of the lead, you will see chats that you had with leads that are in Sharpspring. Okay, so the bots right here are different chats, the page that you came from, and a transcription of the chat. So you won't lose any of this data. It's all stored right in one convenient place. So this is why there's a lot of different chat bots out there, but utilizing one that is integrated into your automation platform makes your life much easier, which by making your life easier, you can focus on, if you're the business owner, you can focus more on growing your business. So the old adage is you can either work in your business or on your business. By automating a lot of this, you can focus more on working on your business as opposed to in your business. If you have salespeople that are doing this for you, they can focus more on people that are qualified leads and ready to buy now, as opposed to ones that are in the top of the funnel and are just really starting that buyer's journey. So there's no reason spending a lot of time on them yet, at least not manual time. Okay, we can spend a lot of time on them. We can focus as much time as we want on them through automation. Okay, and we can start nurturing them through that funnel, and then when they are ready to buy, or when they're closer to ready to buy, now we can start reaching out to them personally. Okay, so it really allows whoever it is that's doing this, be it the business owner, your sales team, or somewhere in between, it allows them to focus their efforts on areas that are going to give you the greatest return, and all this other stuff can be just automated and waited on until that person is ready to buy. So that is chatbots. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Reach out to me through my bot. You can call, you can email, you can even text us. You can talk to us through Facebook chat. It doesn't matter. We're here for you. Just give us a call and let us know how we can help you. On behalf of Focused Engagement and my entire team, thank you for listening. Have a great day.